Alec Baldwin is no stranger to controversy, but now it's his wife Hilaria's turn to be in the hot seat. So there's rumors saying she fakes her Spanish accent. Hilaria clarified, "I was born in Boston and grew up spending time with my family between Massachusetts and Spain. My parents and sibling live in Spain and I chose to live here. We celebrate both cultures in our home." So that makes total sense, right? Well, here's where it gets a little weird. Her management's online bio says that she was born on a Spanish island. Not only that, an old clip from the Today Show is resurfaced and it shows Hilaria struggling with English. Watch.
We have very few ingredients. We have tomatoes. We have, how do you say it? Cucumbers. We have red pepper.
Interesting. Okay, so Brandon, I want to get your take first. Do you believe her if she is somehow amplifying or exaggerating or making up her accent? Why do you think she would do that?
No, I don't believe her at all, because there's an entire Reddit thread that goes back and examines not only her history of her upbringing, but it goes back as far as her grandparents. And it's showing that she's saying that her parents live in Spain. Her parents, or her mother was like a doctor or someone, and she grew up in Massachusetts all these years, and people are outing her. And you're seeing this with whether it be, and I'm not saying Elizabeth Warren said that when she said she was Native American and she tried to play to that. But when people are saying that Rachel Dolezal, you see people are going back and they're doing their history, they're doing their due diligence at people. And I expect to see more people exposed who have been, I don't know if you could call this appropriation, but people who have been living a lie for so long.
So I don't believe that it's appropriation, in my opinion. I believe that this is a product of assimilation and the idea of passing and going back and forth. You have someone who clearly has some Spanish descent, and as was very common for first-generation Americans or people born in other countries, a lot of people assimilated to whiteness, to more Americanized, to blend in so that they could get better opportunities. Now we have situations where diversity is kind of celebrated and appreciated. So then you have a swing to the other side. So I think she's just been falling in this strange pendulum of assimilation, and she got caught.
No, Erica. I would agree with you. I'm with Brandon on this one. I would agree with you because, I look back to some of my own friends who had, their grandmother lived with them. Their grandmother, whether it be like in your case, Jeff, from Italy, or whether it be my friend's case in Mexico, her accent would go in and out when she was around her grandmother, right? Then she'd be around me and it should be more Americanized. That I totally understand, and I think that's beautiful, celebrating both heritages or both ethnicities, both languages. With Brandon here, went down that Reddit thread. You have evidence of her saying that she grew up in Spain for 19 years. Then you have her friends coming out being like, "No, homegirl, I have your yearbook picture from the high school here in America in Boston that you went to." So why making up bold-faced lies? What is she trying to do here, Jeff?
I think people are attracted to some sort of accent, right? And I think it might be her go-to if she's nervous to, how do you say cucumber? Maybe it's like a nervous tick, because that's embarrassing, okay? I'm trying to wonder what's in her head. Well, what's in her head? Because my mother was born in Italy, my grandmother, all my friends, some of my friends were born in Italy. They don't say, "How do you say cucumber?" We wouldn't be friends anymore, first of all. I'd be like, "Dude, you're 29 years old. What do you mean?" And if you're from Europe, you know your vegetables, okay? You know the garden, where the tomatoes are, where the cucumbers are, the green beans. You know what a cucumber is. She was nervous.
She was nervous?
She was nervous, and she's like, "How do you say cucumber?"
I'm just saying, I think that there are a lot of people who maybe it's not even ill-willed. You just have a diverse upbringing.
But people are saying she did not have a diverse upbringing.
And then it just comes out when it's good for her.
Where's the diversity?
I was saying,
Brandon.
that's why I do believe it's assimilation. It's not appropriation.
Brandon, final thought here, and then we'll move on.
But Erica, she just got caught because, like you said, there's been a rise in representation and people saying, "Hey, yo, I'm black. Hey, I'm proud. I'm a proud Hispanic." I think she was doing this at a time where she didn't think that there was going to be this rise in representation. And now that we've had this foot before this representation come forward and people saying like, "Hey, I am proud to be Black American. Hey, I am proud to be Hispanic American," she is now being caught. And she's caught red-handed, so she may want to backpedal a little bit more, but
It's assimilation opportunism.
Yes, thank you. That I'll get on board with, because she has the opportunity to drum up the accent when it works for her and then remove that accent when it doesn't work for her.
Right? That's what assimilation was all about.
That is her privilege.